Imagine standing here today knowing that in just 90 days you will be unrecognizable, not in theory, but in practice, visible in the way you walk, the way you speak, the way you respond under pressure, all because you chose to act. Because you embraced a plan so intense, so disciplined, so real that hesitation, doubt, and excuses vanish and someone sharper, stronger, a builder in motion, rises in their place. This is not a dream, it is a decision. If you're truly ready to make the next 90 days the most disciplined, most electrifying chapter of your life, dive deep into every second of what comes next. Watch this video more than once, because excitement alone won't carry you. Doing is what matters. Step by step, ritual by ritual, mindset by mindset, the blueprint you've been seeking is here, but know from the start this is not a fleeting push, it's a declaration of war on your old self, on the habits that trap you, on the excuses you've turned into truths. 90 days is the choice, either you commit fully or you stay ordinary, because 90 days are not magic, they're math. 3 months of radical consistency will forge new habits that reshape your identity, turn small wins into unshakable momentum, and launch you ahead of 99% of those stuck on autopilot, hoping life will change for them. But it never does without total commitment, absolute focus, without cutting off escape routes. Treat this cycle like your last chance to keep every promise you've ever made to yourself. You've claimed before that you were ready, now it's time to prove it. If you're truly in, subscribe now, because I'm walking this path with you, not just today, but every day from here on. This isn't a motivational series, it's a series of deep immersions, and if you go all the way, the world won't know who emerges on day 90, but it all begins now. You have 90 days to flip the switch, to burn the old plan and build a new one. A true choice burns the bridges, no metaphor, no lukewarm decision, no plan B. The person who commits makes retreat impossible, and that choice transforms you instantly, not someday but right now. Lock yourself in for 90 days and watch as your life sharpens, focusing into a narrower, stronger form, every day stacking proof that you are no longer who you once were. Your brain begins to believe it, this is science, your mind runs on patterns, on repetition, each choice leaves its mark, once isn't enough for change, twice the brain takes note, 90 days of consistency, no excuses, no negotiation, and this becomes who you are. When your identity shifts, you don't try, you just are. You become someone who wakes early, who finishes what they start, who chooses discipline over comfort, and that is why 90 days matter, not to test you but to remake you. Let's be honest, this isn't about hype, it's about physics, about momentum. Most never find the right moment because they keep resetting after a few days, skipping a day, vanishing for a week, always back at square one waiting for motivation to strike. But motivation lies, discipline is truth, because discipline doesn't ask how you feel, it doesn't care if you slept poorly or what the weather is or what others are doing. Discipline simply acts, and action ignites momentum, momentum turns effort into flow, builds rhythm, and that is what separates restarters from liftoffers. Because at some point everything changes, habits align, your body adapts, your mind sees results, something clicks, and from that point work carries you forward. But to reach that stage you must push through pain, through friction, through the periods when everything seems stuck. That is where most quit, but I want you to remember, resistance isn't an enemy, it's a signal that you are growing. Muscles strengthen under tension, skills evolve with repetition, identity transforms under emotional friction. When it gets tough, when you want to quit, when old habits whisper for comfort, that is the boundary, the moment most surrender and go back. But not you, because you decided, and a real decision demands action regardless of feeling. That is what locking in for 90 days means. Your life becomes more direct, more forged, and each day you prove you are not who you used to be. Your brain starts to accept this as truth because you feed it a new system every day. Now, here is the plan built on 5 pillars, no headings, no distractions, just a clear path. 1. Mind. Devote 1 hour daily to feed your mind with intention, no shallow noise, only content that challenges, writing your own ideas, reflecting on your goals, because most live on autopilot consuming mental junk, but you will install a new operating system in your brain. 2. Body. Move 30 to 60 minutes every day, intensity over perfection, whether it's running, lifting, or walking with purpose, because your body is the anchor for your mind, and every drop of sweat is a declaration you don't negotiate with weakness. 3. Mission. Spend 90 minutes daily in deep work on what truly matters. No phone, no distraction, every minute invested builds your mastery and sets you apart. 4. Quiet. Reserve 10 to 20 minutes of total silence, no sound, no stimuli, to reconnect with what matters, to clear stress, to let ideas emerge, because presence breeds clarity and clarity breeds power. 5. Non-negotiable. Keep every promise to yourself. No skip days, no excuses. This is the contract you signed the moment you committed. You will face 3 walls, days 7 to 10 when raw resistance hits, days 30 when boredom sets in, and day 60 when you sense unstoppable momentum. Each is a test. Resist temptation, stay true to your decision. When doubts arise, remind yourself you said 90 days, not 9, breathe, refocus, and push on. Discomfort is the green light to continue. And when you emerge, 90 days later, you will not just feel differente, you will be different, almost unrecognizable, and your results will speak louder than any words. If something in your chest just lit on fire, don't let it die in the next 10 minutes. Commit now, lock in for 90 days, ignite the beginning, build the system, eliminate noise, and give yourself a chance to meet the strongest version of you on the other side of this battle. Like, subscribe, comment below which pillar you'll start with, and let's get to work.